Failing all over the place, and I'm here to admit to it and to own up to it and to make it right. It's 7 minutes after 6 o'clock on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Thank you for being around. My name is Matt Murphy, and this is the Matt Murphy Radio Show. That means my name's on the door, and I take responsibility for all things, despite the fact that it truly is Jackson Williams' fault. Action Jackson or Fraction Jackson or Reaction Jackson or J. Willie or Y2J, whatever. I mean, he should have clearly told me that I was missing out Nincompoops in the news, but he didn't.
He didn't want to interrupt a great call.
Actually, I really did appreciate the conversation with Frank, and I was so into the conversation with Frank that I completely flaked out on Nincompoops. And then I look over at the Super Text line, and people are like, why are you not doing Nincompoops in the news? And then I look over at Ken Weaver, and he seems to be chomping at the bit. We say chomping on the Matt Murphy Show. I know that Brian Wilson on the drive used to say champing. I know that, but that's just proof that everyone's not perfect, and Brian was wrong at least on that one thing. That said, is everybody ready?
Yes.
Let's do Nincompoops in the news. I've never asked Ken. I've never asked Ken Weaver where he is on the champing debate.
I always said chomping.
I did too.
But Brother Brian Wilson is like a walking dictionary.
I know. He makes a compelling argument, doesn't he?
And yes, champing is, I've looked it up.
It's appropriate.
It is appropriate.
Is chomping is it a listed alternative, though? I mean, chomping, it feels like chomping should be right.
It seems like I looked it up, and either one is appropriate.
Is deemed. Okay. That's good. All right. Well, I'm chomping at the bit to do Nincompoops in the news. Are you ready, Cameron?
I am.
Jackson Williams, are you ready?
I'm ready, Brother Murphy.
I would ask Ken Weaver, but you know what? Weaver stays ready because when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Oh!
Whoa.
That was a haul. Haul! Who won yesterday, Jackson?
Me?
Oh, okay.
No,
Then.
I'm just joking.
No idea.
I think it was me.
You remember the stories?
I think it was me.
No, I think it was Ken.
I can't even. I had the 39-year-old man who pushed the little 7-year-old football player down on the ground.
Yeah, Ken won.
Golly, if I could. That's right. You did.
Yeah.
Okay, Ken,
Look,
you win.
'cause
I
remember
can't even remember what my story was.
The kid probably had it coming.
That's right. We did say that. That you got to learn to toughen up. You little snot nose. Rub some dirt on it and be done. 7 years old. Ken Weaver?
Yes, sir.
You get to go first.
Bettendorf man arrested accused of reckless driving in U-Haul. A Bettendorf man has been arrested after Davenport, Iowa police say he drove a U-Haul recklessly with a person hanging onto the side stop. According to court records, Davenport police responded to People's Mini Storage for a damage complaint involving a U-Haul that struck several fixtures and caught fire on August 18th. The defendant, identified as William Brandel, 38 years old, allegedly drove the U-Haul at a high rate of speed in a private lot with a person hanging on the front driver's side step of the truck, showing no regard for the safety of himself or the passenger. He struck a guardrail and pole in the parking lot, causing $2,500 worth of damage. He did not have proof of financial liability insurance for the vehicle. Brandel fled the scene before officers arrived. Witnesses told police Brandel shouted as he left, "I don't care!"
Checks out.
Oh, well.
A warrant for Brandel was issued on October 22nd, and then they arrested him a month later, September 22nd, and charged him with second-degree criminal mischief, leaving the scene of a crash, financial liability violation, and reckless driving.
Wow. A lot of charges. Going to be in a spot of bother there.
He did have clothes on.
He's a nincompoop, that's for sure. All right, I'm going next. I do not believe that we've done this nincompoop story. I am 98% confident. Do any of you recall doing a story about an attacked squirrel? Okay, good.
Oh, I should have used that.
Dude, I can't believe you saw it. You didn't
Son
get
of
it
a
to
biscuit
it.
eater.
A California squirrel has gone nuts. And neighbors in one town are on the alert. Residents in the town of San Rafael have reported a series of attacks from a vicious brown squirrel that has sent at least 2 people to the emergency room, according to the local Humane Society. Marin Humane, I don't know. That's all. I'm telling you, that's the name of the person. Marin Humane confirmed to ABC News that there have been reported, I guess that is the Humane Society, actually, Marin Humane, reported to ABC News that there have been reported attacks from a wild squirrel in the area that might be the result of public feeding. Quote, "We've received reports of at least 2 people being attacked by a squirrel in the neighborhood of San Rafael. This behavior is unusual for squirrels and is likely the result of someone feeding it," said Lisa Block, the director of marketing and communications at Marin Humane Society. When wildlife is fed by humans, they can lose their natural fear and they act more emboldened. This is why we remind people that feeding wildlife can have a negative consequence for both people and the animals. The Marin County Sheriff's Office could not confirm the reported attacks when contacted by ABC News, but Joan Heblock was enjoying a peaceful walk through Lucas Valley in San Rafael when the rodent launched itself at her and proceeded to claw and bite her. Quote, "It came out of nowhere. I didn't see him running up to me at all. Clamped onto my leg. The tail was flying up there, and the paws are over there. And I was like, 'Get off me! Get off me!' I didn't want to touch it."
She had moved to California from Alabama.
Obviously.
Correct. Heblock said her injuries were so severe she went to the HR for treatment. Flyers have been plastered around the area warning, "Attack squirrel, beware."
She went to the HR?
She went to the, I meant to say ER. My bad. She went to HR and then
I would
the
like
ER.
to file a
She went to
complaint.
and she filed a complaint with HR. Flyers have been plastered around the area. Attack squirrel. This is my favorite part of the story. This is what the flyer says. The flyer, it's got a big picture of a squirrel on it, and it says, "This is not a joke. More than 5 people have been attacked by a very mean squirrel over just the last few days."
A mean one.
Isabel Campoy said she was another victim of the vicious squirrel and was hospitalized from her wounds after coming in contact with the rodent. "The squirrel went from the floor and tried to jump up on my face. I tried to protect my face. My arm was completely overcome by squirrel. Finally, it jumped off, but by then, I was full of blood. I run to the emergency room."
Well, that's good if you're full of blood.
I don't.
It's when you're empty of blood is when problems start.
I just want to
Yes,
read.
sir.
I just real quick. I want to read this quote one more time. I don't think Ms. Campoy is originally from America, or I don't believe that English is her first language.
Right.
And I only say that because here's the quote, and I'm going to do it without inflection this
All
time.
right.
"Squirrel went from floor, tried to jump up on to my face. I tried to protect face. My arm was completely overcome by squirrel. Finally, it jumped off, but by then I was full of blood. I run to the emergency room."
That's probably what you should do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're full of blood.
I just want to know
No,
the
if you're
person.
full of blood, you're fine.
Who developed
That's true.
who developed the flyer? And it's like, no,
Yes.
this squirrel right here. Can you imagine how that goes? Like,
Yes.
no, okay, this squirrel sitting next to me, it's a safe squirrel. The squirrel in the flyer is very clearly.
Have you seen the flyer?
No.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at that flyer. Now, that's an attack squirrel, man. But I don't know if this is the actual squirrel or not, but that is a dangerous looking squirrel.
And
Right.
and it says it's mean. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
mean squirrel.
Oh, yes. Attacked by a very mean squirrel, Ken. Very mean
So
squirrel.
in D.C., the squirrels are huge and they're not afraid of people.
100%.
And they don't usually attack your face, but they will like come up to you and
But
no problem.
Let me tell you something. If you go to Washington, D.C., and you enjoy some of the beautiful park and greenery areas in Washington, D.C., take it from Matt Murphy, and I think Cameron is about to confirm this. Under no circumstances should you approach a squirrel and go, they will run up your leg. They take that to mean you want to give them food, and they are not afraid of you, and they want the food that they think you have. Because I thought I was being cute one day, and I was walking through the park, and I was like, look at that big old squirrel. Look at that big fat squirrel. Come here, buddy. On my leg. Immediately on my leg. Ah!
Yeah, they're like dogs.
Frightening.
Goodness.
Frightening. All right,
true.
that's my squirrel story. Everyone involved in the story, including the squirrel, is a nincompoop. Cameron?
Yeah, this is easy. It's consistent with the Florida man. According to the Walton County Sheriff's Office, a woman called 911 from her Defuniak Springs home with a bizarre story. She woke up around 5:30 to the sound of 40-year-old Elijah Spencer standing next to her bed and mumbling. Naturally, she yelled at him to leave, and he walked out the back door. Police later found that Spencer had left articles of clothing around her home. He'd even opened and eaten multiple prepackaged snacks. She may have...
What kind of snacks?
Just prepackaged those.
Ding-dongs.
Ding-dongs and fruit snacks.
Yeah.
She may have hoped that he was done with the scary encounter, but he wasn't. The woman later went to her car and was in for a shock. He had not left at all. He was sleeping off his feast in her back seat.
Goodness.
Deputies ordered Spencer out of the car, but he refused. So they pulled him out and charged him with burglary of an occupied dwelling, burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, criminal mischief, and resisting an officer.
So he went from the house to the car.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'll just, take a little nap.
Take a little
back there."
nappy.
Yeah, I got some snacks. Now we're just going to take a nap.
Some of those, when you load up on the carbs, man, it can get heavy on you. You need to, sleep.
Yeah.
Take a
Yeah,
little
also
nappy.
the meth and other drugs.
Well,
but
yeah,
carbs too.
Sure. Carbs, meth, reefer, whatever.
I know what he was mumbling. He was like, "You got snacks? He's like, you got snacks?" Right. And she goes, "Get out of here!" And he's like, "Okay, I guess they're in the kitchen." And he ate the snacks, and there we go.
Jackson Williams.
All right, we're going to Massachusetts for this one. Shoplifter attempts to swallow baggies of cocaine when confronted by Marlboro PD.
What? You want to do that one again? Was it just me?
Marlboro.
Marlboro.
Like the cigarettes, but it's M-A-R-L, Borough.
That's Marlboro.
That's Marlboro.
Yep.
At approximately 4:42 p.m. on September 9th, Marlboro Police Department units responded to a target at 605 Boston Post Road East after a report of a shoplifting incident in progress. Target employees reported that two shoplifters, a male and a female, exited the store with over $150 of unpaid merchandise and walked eastbound towards the Starbucks. Both suspects fled on foot, according to documents from the district court. First to Starbucks, then to Nick's Pizza, and then across Route 20 toward the Sheffield Court Apartments. The parties were allegedly ordered to stop, but they continued to flee. The male party was reportedly caught, and as he was being arrested, seen stuffing a plastic sandwich bag into his mouth. According to documents, the male also allegedly thrashed his body around multiple times, stomped on an officer's foot, and headbutted another police officer. The suspect allegedly began to chew the plastic bag lodged in his mouth after multiple orders to spit out the bag. An officer allegedly opened the suspect's mouth and recovered the bag without incident. According to court documents, the baggie contained 4 or 5 bundles of white powder. The bag also allegedly contained a small bundle of blue powder, believed to be fentanyl. The alleged amount of cocaine is 13.8 grams. The Marlboro Police Department noted in the report that it was packaged in different small bundles, making it easier to sell, and the male party didn't have any glass pipes, rolled bills, hypodermic needles, or any other paraphernalia that would indicate these drugs were used for personal consumption. The suspect was identified as Taven Haywood. Haywood allegedly stole over $150 of merchandise from Target, including 3 pairs of shorts, 3 T-shirts, 1 champion sweatshirt, and when he told he was being charged for possessing both Class A and Class B substances, Haywood allegedly told officers, "I shouldn't be charged with Class A, it was just coke."
Just Coke.
He actually said it this way.
Haywood faces several charges, including shoplifting, conspiracy, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, assault and battery on a peace officer, possession of a Class A controlled substance, possession with intent to distribute a Class B substance, and tampering with evidence.
That's
It was
awesome.
just coke.
I feel bad for
Just
some of
Coke.
these police officers. Like, guys,
Man.
this is. What are we going to charge this guy with? I mean,
A lot of things.
Everything.
Everything.
Like,
We're just
where do
going to
we
do the whole
start
thing.
here?
That's exactly.
How much paperwork?
No. I got your out song. Yeah, kill that out song. I got your out song. You just give me some. I got your out song. This is your out right here. You know this song, Jackson? This might be. I might be accused of trying to tilt the vote my way. Is that all you got? Is that all the volume you got on? Give me some more volume.
Ray Stevens is just a legend.
Yes.
Revival that broke out in revival. Jumping pews and shouting, hallelujah. Mary, holier than you. Remember that? Yeah, that's how we play Nincompoops in the new Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, finish this sentence, Jackson. So, seconds ago, my good friend Cameron Smith, and I were talking, and I brought up the fact that it is, quote unquote, hate week for he and I, as it is the Alabama.
There's
Georgia
only
game.
one hate week. The Alabama, Georgia.
I know.
It's different.
Y'all low down. You dirty. You snitches. That's Alabama people talk about Tennessee people. Yeah, I get it.
That's right.
But it's our hate week, and I said, you know what we ought to do, Cameron? We ought to just drop everything and drive over and get some tickets and go on Saturday. And he kind of looked at me funny. I was like, except you have 187 kids. He goes, no, it's not that. I want to go, ... And he said it in a way I can finish his sentence. How would you suggest the sentence ends, Jackson? I want to go,
but
not with you. This is what he's basically saying.
Well, I heard about your trip with Jackson, and that didn't end well for Jackson. So, I mean,
I had a good time.
Well, until you didn't.
You had a good time. I didn't, and I feel like I don't think that people believe it's in my nature to be a good winner or lose. I'm a pretty sore loser. I will admit that I'm a pretty. I just want you to leave me alone.
Oh, I'm quite magnanimous when I'm the winner. I'm like, it was a good game. You did so good at.
Y'all have a great team.
Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, you did great at losing. And so it's real easy to be.
It's actually easier to be legitimately magnanimous when all it was going to take is a 37-yard field goal.
Yeah. 42.
No, it became 42.
Yeah.
It was 37 before the false start.
It was a give me, and then it wasn't.
And then it wasn't. It was like.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of wind in there.
I genuinely believe that Matt would have left me on the side of the highway had Tennessee won.
Because I don't think Jackson would have been.
I would not have won with grace.
He would not.
No.
Love the guy, but no.
I mean, there's only so much, how'd you like that, Murphy? In the back seat that I can take before I have to pull over and say.
He would have been like, you got beat by a 12-year-old kicker.
That kid did look young, didn't he?
Yep.
You know, I like the fact that I've gotten to a certain age where when something like that happens to that young man, my first thought is not to laugh at him and make fun of him. My first thought is, man, I feel bad for him.
My first thought was pure agony and rage.
That's fair.
I mean, I guess that's okay.
So in the NL era, I don't feel anymore like I need to be like, well, they're just kids. I'm like,
Nope.
No, they're getting paid.
He was talking about his NIL deal the week before.
Was he really?
Yeah.
What's he getting?
He has like a cookie NIL deal, and he was like...
He's getting cookies?
Yeah, he was talking about...
Eating too many of them chocolate chips.
He was talking about his first, playing against whoever they played. I don't even remember who, ETSU. And he was like, yeah, we went out for the field goal. I wasn't really thinking about the field goal. I was thinking about the cookies. Cookies the next week.
That works for me until you miss the 42-yarder to win the football game.
But I just don't think – I actually started a column on this. I hadn't finished it. But the idea was, look, we basically have semi-pro now. So I don't feel bad for any of these kids.
Mm-mm.
Like you are in major – if you're in major college football, I'm not talking about folks that are, downstream a bit. But the guys that are in big-time D1 programs, you're getting paid.
Do you think – are all of them getting paid now?
Something, yes.
All of them get some sort of compensation.
Yes.
That's what revenue sharing brought in July.
Okay. So, I mean, no, above that, maybe not.
Above that, you have to get your own NIL deals.
Yeah. So some of it, think endorsement deals and things beyond that are up to you. But you have the NIL collectives. You have the revenue sharing now with the programs.
Everybody's getting some money.
Like everybody's getting something, right? You don't want your quarterback driving a Lamborghini making $4 million a year and the 5 guys protecting him and keeping him alive are not.
They need to be driving trucks.
Right, big trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice big trucks.
Nice trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ones where the radios work.
1984 trucks. 1984 Ford pickup.
A lot of linemen would be fine with that. But the point is you got to share the love a little bit.
All right, speaking of cookies, I have a story that I want you two to react to. There is a new micro bakery in Nashville. East Nashville, to be specific. You and I might go to see this place.
I'm against it.
Hold on. You haven't heard about it?
I hear the word micro and bakeries, which means tiny sweet goods.
What if I threw the word free?
Oh.
Huh? Dot's Place, owned by Rebecca Kaufman and her husband William, This is from your publication over there, the Tennessean. Dot's Place, owned by Rebecca and William, supplies multiple coffee shops from around Nashville, in and around Nashville, with homemade cookies, zucchini bread, and lemon bars, as well as other sweet treats.
Mm-hmm.
The small business, about 3 years old, but it also operates a pay-what-you-can bakery stand. Kaufman started the stand as an experiment in her driveway near the entrance to the Cornelia Fort Air Park in East Nashville. Neighbors and park visitors loved it, so now the bake stand is located outside of Nelson's Drum Shop on Riverside Drive. Kaufman said people really like the pay-what-you-can concept. The mentality behind it is just to be affordable for every person. Whatever affordability is for you, that's what I want you to pay. The goal is to have repeat customers. Focus of her baked goods, classic, comforting recipes meant to remind customers something that their grandma might have made, including pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies. I don't like snickerdoodles.
They're okay.
Not me. Sprinkle sugar cookies. Those are good. Rice Krispie treats, coffee cake, and chocolate chip muffins. So my question to you, men, how long does the pay-what-you-can micro bakery last in front of the Drum Shop in East Nashville? Your choices are not long at all, probably for a pretty long. Do you think that eventually she will close it down because people will just steal the baked goods?
As long as you have a patron who covers the bill, no, you can keep it open. But that's what it really requires, is somebody that's like, you know what?
One person.
Right. I can pay a lot, and so I'm going to, basically subsidize the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I felt like, is that if you had the one person that comes along and throws, $40 in the kitty, whatever the kitty might be, my question was, and I've not really seen how this works, where the money goes. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you prevent someone from
stealing the money itself?
Stealing the money itself.
Yeah, if you do not have an anti-theft device, somebody will steal that.
Yes.
But I absolutely look, in Nashville, this is not a weird thing. There are a lot of very wealthy people in Nashville that they said, I like this. I like having it around. I will throw $100 a day in there just because I want it here.
I appreciate it, and I want to believe in the better nature of human beings. And so I think what we're looking for is a balance. I think what you've settled on is a more realistic balance, that there are a lot of good people. I would like to believe that I would be one of these good people. I am one of these good people where I'll come out and, if I saw this, I'd throw in $10 or more than necessary, to kind of balance it out. It's one of the reasons I tip more than I should, is because I know that some people are jerks and they don't. So I'm trying to balance it out.
I've realized in the grand scheme of things that, God's blessed our family well, and we take care of kids that, we weren't born to us. And we do a lot of cool stuff like that because we have opportunity. But I think that's what a lot of people actually are getting into, are kind of saying, like, I'm kind of tired of doom scrolling, but you know what? I could buy a coffee for everybody in this coffee shop for less than $100, and I'm going to just do that. Right. I think random acts of kindness and just those moments where you're just like, you know what? I'm going to do a nice thing because I can and I want to, are kind of making a comeback. And I'm actually kind of bullish on
I dig
stuff.
this. I like it. I admit that when I first read the story, I felt like she might be a little bit of a Pollyanna.
Well, of course.
When it comes to what people are going to do with this idea. But treats are delivered fresh to the stand Fridays and Saturdays, beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning. And the best way to keep up to date on the availability is by following the bakery on Instagram at Dots Place Bakery. At Dots Place Bakery. And if you are so inclined, you can go to a couple of the. I'll give them credit because I think this woman's doing a good thing. You can also find her sweet treats at Subliminal Coffee, Week Coffee Company. That's not a good name for a coffee company.
Week?
Yeah, it's called Week Coffee Company. WEAK.
That's
is that like a
that's for people that are cooler than us. It's ironic, Matt.
It's like a play on one, like a reverse, right. One of those.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah. There's a Frothy Monkey that was another one.
Golly, Frothy Monkey.
And I'm like, there's no monkeys there. I was let down.
Frothy or otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, that one's, there's no.
It's like when you call you call really skinny people chubby, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is a reverse nickname. Okay. Woodland Play Cafe, Middle Grounds Coffee, Middle Grounds. Now that's pretty cute.
Yeah.
And Forevermore Coffee. So you can find Dot's treats there. Some of the treats she's offering in the fall: apple cider donuts. Okay, all right, I'm listening. Pumpkin chocolate chip bread. I'm also listening.
Yeah.
Coffee cake, sourdough sandwich half loaves, pumpkin snickerdoodle. Nah. Life of a Showgirl Taylor Swift inspired sprinkle sugar cookies.
That's a long name.
You're starting to lose me.
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles treats. Man, have you ever had a Rice Krispie treat?
We make them.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And you know, have you ever had one of them?
Never brought them in.
Yeah. You can make them with Lucky Charms, too.
What?
I've had a Lucky Charms one. It's not as good as you think.
The Fruity Pebble ones
The
are really
Fruity
good.
Pebble ones are tip top.
Because the cereal for Lucky Charms isn't the good part.
That's true. It's the marshmallows.
When you guys ate Captain Crunch with the berries, did y'all do? I do this with cake too. Can y'all tell we're hungry? I'm hungry anyway. I used to do this with cake, where you get a slice of cake, and cake's a treat in and of itself.
Yeah.
But I would eat the cake part of the cake and save the frosting.
Yeah.
So I would carve it out, and it would be a big F, basically.
Yep.
I would do that with my Captain Crunch berries. So I would eat the brown,
Well, the yellow things.
or whatever they are, the brownish yellow
the
ones.
Captain.
Right.
It's pieces of the captain.
And I would leave the crunch berries for last, because that was the best part of the crunch berries.
And it's just differently dyed.
I don't care. Those tasted
Do
better.
me a
No,
favor.
they have a different flavor.
They do.
Oh, 100%.
They do. Walk down the cereal aisle in the grocery right now, and they've completely given. I thought the organics would win out eventually.
Oh, they lost so
They
hard.
lost. And
Have they given up on the cereal?
yeah, we've run in the opposite direction. We're like, these are lard fried cinnamon bun cereal nuggets.
I don't know.
And they're delicious.
If you go to the Fancy Pants Whole Foods, man, that's all they're serving over there.
They just turned the candy bars into cereal. It's like, this is
Oreo.
Kit Kat, Reese's, Oreo.
Reese's Puffs were
They're
awesome.
still great.
What, they literally have
Yes.
candy bar branded cereal?
Yes. All over the place.
Like
There's
Yes.
Kit Kat.
What? Can we bring back Sugar Smacks then? Because remember,
Right.
we used to have Sugar Smacks, Honey Smacks, Jackson.
Honeycomb
I
was one of
remember
my favorites.
Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks used to be called Sugar Smacks, and we were under no illusions.
No one is even trying. This is probably just, I think Trump probably did it. Let's blame him. He just was like, why don't we just have cereal now just be whatever you want it to be? And we're not even going to try to hide that it's unhealthy. And, probably RFK Jr. He's got rid of the dyes, but he's like, you know what? Why don't we just call it cookie dough?
Sure. I mean, I think he's fine with
Cookie Crisp.
I think RFK Jr. is fine with any of that, so long as the milk that you put on top of it has not been touched by human hands. It's straight from the teat.
Yep. And there's no Tylenol in the milk.
Have you seen where pregnant women are actively
Chugging
taking
Tylenol
for no reason? How badly do you hate Donald Trump that you would do that?
You need to get off the internet.
Yes.
When you're at the point where you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a bunch of Tylenol and put it
And I'm pregnant, and
in prior generations, we would have been like, that's a cry for help. We need to intervene.
Right.
But now we're like, oh, it's social
you don't
media.
have to do what he tells you to do. You don't have to agree with him.
No.
Just you could just not do it.
You tweeted out with Tylenol. It's like, we don't recommend you take a product when you're pregnant.
Right, and they were saying that back in 2017. All right, got to go for 53 after the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.